22 without loss. Sri Lanka will be pleased with the start, but there's a lot more work to be done. Change of bowling. It's going to be Asmatullah Masai. Faruqi went for 9 runs in the first over. Straight away on the money. He's a very clever operator, Asmatullah. Tends to mix it up. Quite pacey. Best of 4 for 9.
This one was a bit short, was turning into the right-hander as well. So it was easy for him to just put it away. Played it well.
Taken. Asmatullah strikes and Pathum Nissanka goes. That was down the leg side, short fine leg. He didn't have to move. And that was the wicket Sri Lanka needed to have, and Afghanistan was after that.
Yeah, Nissanka has been very, very consistent. But you can see that he didn't quite middle it. And a simple catch down to Mujib. And Azmat gets a wicket. Breaks through. The Sri Lankans had started well with 22 in the first 2 overs, but they have lost Nissanka for 6 in the 3rd over for 22.
You were wondering. Kamil Mishara is the new batter coming in at number 3, but Sri Lanka needed a solid opening partnership. And the man that has been amongst the runs, Pathum Nissanka, 50 against Bangladesh, 68 against Hong Kong, China, been dismissed. Rather cheaply for 6 of 5 balls. Asmatullah striking in his first over. Slip in for the left-hander, short fine. Backward square leg. Straight away you find that ball just seaming back into the left-hander.
Azmat pitching the ball a little bit short, and Nissanka thought that he had a boundary for the taking because there is no deep fine leg, and instead he finds the fielder there at the short fine leg.
After the elevation, just couldn't get the elevation. Under ridge of the bat. Consider himself unlucky, but Afghanistan will take it. Sal Mendes runs through square leg. A critical phase in the game. Sri Lanka looking for some solidity, looking for a pace. Afghanistan smelling blood here. Got a wicket early.
Very, very impressive young player, Kamil Mishara. Strike rate of almost 131, 1 half century. He got a 73 against Zimbabwe in Harare.
2 balls to go in the over. Oh, a little... Oh, they're very excited. The wicketkeeper is, and they're saying they should go upstairs. They're thinking about it. Rashid Khan is certainly considering it.
Did you hear a little nick in your ear?
I didn't. 'Didn't. Did you?
They've gone for it. 2 balls to go in the over. Oh, a little... Oh, they have... Well, they're very excited. The wicketkeeper is, and they're saying they should go upstairs. They're thinking about it. Rashid Khan is certainly considering it. Did you hear a little nick in your ear?
I didn't. Did you?
They've gone for it.
AVM Pai2 director. We have a player with a caught behind. Original decision is not out. I have checked feet is a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Keep rolling. Roll back, please. And roll forward. Ball close to the bat. Confirm it from multi, please. Keep rolling, nice and slow. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Roll back, please, one more time. And roll forward. Dial line. Keep rolling. Satisfied of dial line when ball passes the bat. No bat involved. Back to Vidu. Vidu, stay with the original decision, not out. You on camera.
That will calm the Sri Lankan dressing room. This man will breathe a sigh of relief. So will he. Another wicket. Really been challenging for Sri Lanka. Been a brilliant over, just 2 runs and 1 ball to go. And again, plays and misses. It's a brilliant over from Asmat. 24 for 1. One 146 of 102 balls is what Sri Lanka are after at the moment. They've lost their most prolific player, Nissanka, out for 6. Kusal Mendes on strike. Farooq is back. From the opposite end he bowled. Gets it behind point. They'll only get a single. But Afghanistan will be very, very pleased with what they ended up with. The last 2 overs, 49 runs. And Mohammad Nabi, what an innings.
Fabulous innings, getting a half century of just 20 deliveries. And, it was his assault on Velalege that propelled Afghanistan to that score of 170.
That be called a wide, that won't be. But yeah, that was a special effort by Nabi. He really turned the game around.
But that was the first ball hit over long off, that this was.
Very decisive last over. Farooqi on the money this time. 23 runs in that last over.
Yes, there was a no ball as well. There you are, you can see Nabi cutting Farooqi on the back. Farooqi was taking a few runs in his first over, but this is a very, very good over. 3 deliveries. He's given away just 1.
Correction, 32 runs. Very, very decisive. Could be the factor. Could be the deciding factor of this innings, of this game. That innings by Nabi completely took Afghanistan to another level. 120 was all they had at the end of 18. 169 for 8 at the end of 20. Oh, just jacking back into the left hand. The Kamil Bishara is generally not the best starter. He tends to struggle a little bit. But once he gets into his stride, he looks so good.
Is he a better player against pace than they like ball coming onto the bat? Because if he's a slow starter, then you certainly don't want to have him at the top of the order if you're going to waste deliveries. You want somebody who's going to be able to least make every ball count.
At least in this tournament, he's struggled a little bit at the start, but then once he gets his rate, then he tends to look very good. Balls to go in the over. This may call 5 years it is. But just to confirm on Kishar, first 10 balls so far in his T20 career, he's been striking at 90. But I've been told that 11th to the 19th ball is where he really starts to pick up. He's changed gears, he's gone up to 163 in terms of his strike rate. That's the point I was trying to make, that earlier on he may struggle a little bit. Once he's in, he can be scoring runs quickly. It's gone fine. Will this be? Yes, it's wide. I heard a sound. I thought there was something, but it's wide. It's 4. In fact, these are very useful runs for Sri Lanka. This is how we batted. Not afraid to get out the ball and hammer it over the boundary. But it was that last over where it was really, really amazing. 5 sixes in that. Lanka will regret that miss. 1-5. Mohammad Nabi was missed. In fact, the square leg by Bilal here. A sharp chance. Mendes, short arm jab, and we'll get a boundary. 12 runs so far in the over. Yes, that ball wide down the leg side, the previous delivery would have earned this confidence for sure, because this one was a rank long hop, as they call it. Sal Mendes is, look at that, halfway down the pitch, and he was able to work it away for a boundary. In the power play, only 2 fielders outside the 30-meter circle. So the bowlers are on a hiding to nothing. And if they keep bowling short like that, then they're making it a little bit easier for the batters as well. Last ball of the over. Again, runs here through mid-wicket. They'll want a couple, and they'll get a couple. They got 14 off the over, 38 for 1, and need no more.
So 38 for 1, 4 gone. Sri Lanka on track in the chase. But the highlight really for all the viewers joining was this is what happened in the final over. It was Mohammad Nabi going to town. Some massive sixes, 3 on the trot there. This number 4, and he wasn't done yet. Another smack onto the grass bank. Took him past 50. And a blinder. And it propelled the score for 160. Sri Lanka, though, have made a good start. They've lost a wicket. Now, the ball getting a little older, Russell. And that's the challenge.
Yeah, a couple of overs more. And then the spinners come into it. Rashid Khan, Nur Ahmed.
Not a lot of turn, but the pitch slightly on the slower side. And with the variety and guile of the Afghan spinners, it's not going to be easy.
That's fine, and 4. Yes, drifting onto the pads, and Sri Lanka cashing in here. Mendes in really good nick.
Yeah, you saw what Mohammad Nabi did. Sri Lanka definitely gonna need a Mendy special, and he's made a great start. It's always good or pleasing when a batter is able to use the pace like that. Deflecting it makes you a lot calmer. He's had a quiet Asia Cup. It was Pathum Nisankar at the other end firing. Nisankar out. Mendes taking control.
Yes, very risky player. He's got a wide range of shots, plays spin well. Can be unorthodox as well at times, but a free scoring batsman.
Now, Mishara, very slow start, as Roshan was saying. Kusal Mendes down the track. Yes, we've got the runs. Now, don't throw it away. Get yourself in. We need to take a bit of time. Do that. That's the message from Mendes, because Mishara, once he settles in, he's one of those players you'd love watching, bro. Oh, he's showed up early. Game tomorrow, boy. Don't tell me he's got the day wrong. Massive score. Teams have struggled to chase down scores around 150, 160 here in Abu Dhabi.
What you'll see now is a lot of pace being taken off as well when the fast bowlers bowl. It's important you mix it up now with the pitch on the slower side. I think this game will really start when Rashid Khan comes into the attack. His form will be crucial. Sri Lanka can take down one of the spinners, either Mujib or Rashid. Then they'll believe they have a great chance.
The Gazamfar was left out this game, and Mujib, the more experienced spinner, like for like, you'd say Gazamfar and Mujib, didn't have the start he would have liked. Went for 13, but the wrist spinners are the key because they got the variety, and Sri Lankans of late have really struggled to come to terms or put pressure on spinners, striking at just around 105. That's the worry.
Let's not forget Noor Ahmed. Those 8 overs are crucial. Rashid, Noor. 5 gone, 46 for 1. Six for 1. Yeah, they love their music. Sri Lankan supporters, whichever part of the world they're in, whether it's Colombo, whether it's here, it's in Australia. Did you go to Baila classes as well in school?
Tried a few at the Abe Singer School of Dancing.
Roshan, really?
Some of them would be students.
That's the new one. Roshan and dancing.
Cool moves. After breakfast every day. Just polishes up, like revision class.
That's his gym. Wonder. Trim as ever.
This is good. Keep the scoreboard moving. Be nimble on your feet. The That's what you need to be when you're dancing as well.
Well, they'll lead that footwork now against spin. Got to be quick, pick up length quickly. You won't get too many loose deliveries. Target the stumps. I'll be a diet of spin from here. Nabi, Noor Ahmed, Rashid Khan, Mujib has 3 overs left.
And a definite spring in his step. Mohammad Nabi after that innings today.
That's in the air taken. He can't do anything wrong. Nabi with the bat, Nabi with the ball now. And the second wicket goes down. A tentative shot and a simple catch.
Struggled to get going. Kamil Mishara. They bring the off spinner on and he just scoops that. Too short extra cover. Afghanistan celebrate. They got their eyes on qualification and they're doing everything right. Kamil Mishara, just the 4 runs to him today, 47 for 2.
Pereira has come out to the middle. He's a very experienced bowler, Nabi. He's brought in because the left-hander was on strike. Struck straight away. So left-hander replacing a left-hander, Charles Pereira. A dangerous player. So he starts off with a boundary.
Square leg was square of the wicket. Now he'll be thankful he got bat on it because he took it off the stumps and you're going to have to do that to put pressure on the bowler. They'll keep just landing it there, giving it no pace.
I think the problem Sri Lanka have had and they've been inconsistent is because of the middle order. Not really fired since the T20 World Cup. Need some big scores from 4, 5, 6.
The left-hander. More to come. Asalanka coming to Mendes.
That's picked away on the onside. This time, a square leg a little finer. Keeps the batsman down to 1.
Really good start from Nabi with the ball. Lands it there, no turn. And low pace on it as well. Mishara searches for it. Then just scoops it. Too easy for Nabi.
So we're done with power play. 6 overs gone. It's 53 for 2.
Here we go. 6 overs bowled. Power play done. Lanka have got a start, but now's the real test.
goalkeeper into the attack. Now here's Rashid Khan. And you've got to tighten their line. You won't get too much drifting on the onside with the spinners bowling. He's feasted on that, Mendes. A lot of deliveries drifting onto leg stump, which he's put away.
Well, no doubt about it. Lankan openers have been very consistent and top-heavy, in fact, of the runs scored by teams since 2024. The top three, this is the percentage, 67% of the runs have been from the top three. That's massive. Of course, on the other hand, another way of looking at it is your top three are getting so many runs, there's not much opportunity for the others either.
This is where the game will begin now, really. This is the challenge for Sri Lanka. Skipper bringing himself on. What you see with Afghanistan is the way they vary their length. The lines will be pretty much the same, off stump just outside. And there'll be subtle variations in length. The moment they know that the batsman's looking to sweep, you'll see the full length delivery, or looking to go down the ground. See that so that they don't get the elevation. Target will be the stumps. There you go.
Again in line. And I can't think of a time where I've seen the Afghan spinners really relying on the ball to turn. Or dirty turners, wicket to wicket, or even on good pitches, they are a handful. Just a bit of deviation either way is what they look for.
Oh, good delivery, almost went through the defense there. Good start from Rashid. 7 gone, 57 for 2. Wickets have gone down. Mendes still there, 34 from 22. Still be Nabi.
No short mid-wicket. And Kusal Mendes trying to hit it into that area. Nowhere near the ball. Rashid thought that there was an opportunity. Gurbaz did not hang on to it, but Mendes says, no, I did not take it. Just tuning in, Sri Lanka need another 43 runs to qualify. Ideally, chasing this 112 is what the game is all about. It's about trying to play the best cricket possible. Your confidence going forward. The feel-good factor so important going into the Super Fours. If Sri Lanka beat Afghanistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh qualify. If Afghanistan beats Sri Lanka, Afghanistan will qualify, but Sri Lanka will need to score 101 runs to qualify for the Super 4. It's just slowed down somewhat. It's the power play. 53 Sri Lanka were now almost 2 overs after. 6 runs, and also coincides with the introduction of spin.
Loud shout. He's pretty confident. Having a chat with Rashid, the keeper, will have a role to play here.
They've blown one review. They got one more up their sleeve, and they will hang on to it. Nicely bowled, slow through the air. And what a good decision that was to bail out of reviewing that.
Tight overs of spin now. So squeeze from the Afghanistan spinners on. 8 gone, 60 for 2.
Very tight over that last one, so that's what they need to do, just build up a little bit of pressure, just get them thinking that they've got to do something a little bit different out there in the middle. Sri Lanka, 60 for 2 after 8. Required rate from here is 9.2. Spin twins. No Ahmed now. Nabi's bowled a couple, 1 for 10. Rashid's bowled 1. Just 4 runs off his first, so Nur Ahmed's a class act. So he'll certainly keep them working hard out there as well. Nur Ahmed is certainly someone who tends to pick up wickets. Going to come back for the second. Good running. Good work.
Yeah, well, that'll help to show the intent and run the first one hard and then go for the second. It is to be able to get the maximum of the opportunity. This middle phase is very crucial from both teams' point of view. Afghanistan enjoys squeezing the teams at this middle phase.
A couple of guys for Sri Lanka, very experienced in the middle, Pereira and Mendes. Working that comfortably on the onside again, doubling up again. Good, intelligent stuff from Pereira, not taking any risks.
Yeah, again, intelligent cricket.
Really is a key player right now, Kusha Mendes. Very busy player. Got enormous skill, Kusha Mendes. You take great delight sometimes to sit back and just watch some of the shots that he can play. 35 off 25. Strike rate at 140. Covering that leg boundary for him at the moment. Deep square, deep mid wicket, and also long on. .69 to the leg side, 70 to the off, 79 straight. Remember, straight is long. Again, works onto the onside.
When Rahmanullah Gurbaz telling Noor it's okay if they are running hard, they will eventually get tired. That smart thing, isn't it? To milk him for the singles and doubles. Charita Salanka, the skipper, be next.
Pretty close, the wind predictor right now. Nothing in it. Looking for runs on the offside, which has been a little bit of a rarity for Mender so far. Of the 35, he scored 27 on the leg side.
And it's good to keep him on the offside.
A lot of communicating out there, the Afghanistan players. Lots of chat, you can hear them encouraging, providing some ideas. Gabaz is instrumental. He actually just gave the line to Nur Ahmed right then. That was the line he wanted to bowl.
Well, 6 runs have come and 19 balls since the boundary was hit. So that's some kind of a squeeze that Afghanistan bowlers have put there. If there's any pressure, that could give away an opportunity to Afghanistan.
I'll be thinking Afghanistan, if they can break this partnership, which is 2 fine players, 2 experienced players, then they get another one straight away soon after. That puts a lot of pressure on Sri Lanka for that 101. Oh, that's down the leg side. That's an unforced error, that one. Giving away some really important runs. Wide's called.
That's precious 10 runs. Previously, Fatal Faruqi bowling 1 wide and run into the boundary. And this one from Noor. Patum Nissanka got out, but then Kusal Mendes has taken it on him. 36 of 27 still out there along with Kusal Pereira. The partnership of 24. Jarida Salanka, Dasun Shanaka, Kamindo Mendes to follow.
It's optimistic again, sliding down that leg side. But that 4 wides means 12 off the over. 72 for 2. Under 100 now to win, 98 they require. Majid back into the attack.
Yeah, that's good effort there from Darmesh Rasuli. And they gotta push it in the field to make sure that they can defend this. It's very important for Afghanistan. Remember, if they lose, they are out. They win, they qualify.
Bowled nicely with his first over, Majid, so he's got to really make this count with his second. Get his confidence back. Not looking to play any big shots at the moment. Sri Lanka at number 5, Shanaka at 6, and Kamindu at number 7. So there's still some batting to come, that's for sure. Kamindu can certainly play. These experienced guys are the ones that Rashid Khan wants to get rid of.
This is a threatening partnership from the Afghanistan viewpoint. 28 of 26 now. They're settling in nicely. Still be some nerves in the Sri Lankan camp, but they will think that this partnership should continue for another few overs.
Good strong shot, nice and straight down the ground. They come back for the second. They do that quite comfortably.
Well, they've been running the first one hard. That's the key. Knowing the areas, the ground, it's huge ground, turning 1 into the 2 and putting pressure on Afghanistan.
You know what the skipper's thinking? Rashid Khan. Wonder what he's thinking about himself. 1 over, none for 4 at this stage. He's got to get into this game, get his teeth into this game right now. That's my call, and I'm pretty sure he's about to come on. Nur Ahmed just bought the 1 as well. They need him to create some havoc out in the middle, which is something he normally does in a T20 international.
Well, for Afghanistan, Rashid Khan always holds the key. He's among the wickets. Afghanistan likely to win.
There's Sri Lanka in 101. Flat and over the top, and it's bounced before the advertising triangle, and it's gone for a boundary.
Yeah, it's going to be Drain's halfway stage. 82 for 2 after 10.
It's a really solid connection, this shot. Tremendous. Long way off the boundary line. So far, in fact, it was over his head, and he's pretty tall. Bounced well inside and still went for 4. The buzz was thinking, had he been holding back, that was out. Would have been straight down his throat, but Gene was thinking the same. Got the halfway mark, 82 for 2 it is. Sri Lanka need 88 runs more to win this match from the 60 balls remaining. This partnership worth 35 right now, but it's only 19 runs from here to actually qualify for the next phase, for the Super Fours. Let's look at the bowling card. Mohammad Nabi, 2 overs, 1 for 10, 1 for 10 also for Amazite. They're the 2 men that have picked up wickets. Faruqi got a little tap in his first over. So did McGeeve as well, so that put him on the back foot straight away. Rashid Khan just the 1 over, which surprised me a little. A quick look at the situation of the match. Afghanistan 169, all those runs, terrific batting. 32 scored off that last over. Nabi was outstanding, 5 sixes himself with that 60 off 22. Magnificent work from him. Without his performance, they would have been in a lot of trouble. Afghanistan with this game straight away. Sri Lanka right now look like they're on the charge. That's what they need. 88 runs from here off 60 balls to win the game. Just another 19 to qualify for the Super 4. These people know exactly what's going on. All the Sri Lankan supporters on their feet, dancing around, listening to the transistors, I should say.
Well, you got your call answered. Rashid Khan has brought himself back into the attack, and you can't wait long. You can't allow for the game to go off your hands.
A little bit of a wrong one. The last delivery before we went to drinks, asked for the last ball before 10 overs. Good connection, but went right over the top of a tall fielder and bounced well inside and went for 4. Now that should have been caught, would have changed things quite dramatically. All the Afghanistan players knew that, all of them. But instead, 10 runs off that over has almost sealed the deal, I think.
Yeah, I think the reason is they were running the 1 and the 2 so hard, forcing him to come a little closer, which is causing that missed opportunity. And Jonathan Trott during the break did talk to him. Look at that, never close to it.
Yeah, 17 metres off that advertising triangle. Good graphic. That was exactly what the story was. It's a cramp for room, but he's good enough to get it away. Kusha Mendes. Partnership has been terrific at exactly the right time. It's been nice and steady. 38 off 32 now between these two guys. Pereira, we've got to remember that Pereira took two magnificent catches earlier today. That's a top edge. Got away with that. Going to look to come back for the second. And does so.
Yeah, well, when he was on the field, he took some brilliant catches. And when he is even miscuing him, they are not reaching to the fielders. That's very lucky, but he's a brilliant batter. Away from Mujib, and they run to frustration on Rashid Khan's face, tells you the story.
Things got to happen very, very quickly now for Afghanistan. Sri Lanka at this stage need to go at 8.9 from here to win the game. Doing things easily at the moment. The stand has been really impressive.
Even Rashid Khan's over has gone for 6 runs. And there's no boundary in it. It's the singles and 1-2. That is put pressure on Afghanistan. 82 more required for Sri Lanka to win this. And it's only a few more required to qualify. Only 101 they need to qualify to go to the Super 4.
Look around at the fielders on the leg side. Nicely bowled, the Rongan. Bit of extra bounce as well. Actually had to scramble. 88 for 2 after 11. Sri Lanka are sitting pretty at the moment. 4 points at this stage and sitting pretty in this game also. Just need to get to 101. They're on 88 at the moment to get through to the Super 4s. Nicely played over the top, intentionally scooped over the top. He's picked up a boundary first ball. Also Pereira's played a fine shot first up.
Nothing you can do as a bowler when the batter has got that confidence of hitting you wherever he wants, that is well. And look at that. The beautiful shot talks to you about the confidence towards and above the fielder for 4. Starts the over with a style.
Not letting Mujib settle at all. Oh, he's got him. That was a nick. Now they've picked up a wicket. Good catch behind by Gabaz. Up with that finger straight away. Just a faint little tickle, and they've broken that stand. Partnership of 45 has now finished.
And there was this belief out there before the start of the over. Somebody just called him and said, Mujib, you will get him out. And Mujib gets him out. The partnership is broken. And Mujib's mystery just does the trick. Didn't read it and nicked it straight into the hand of Gurbaz. That's a good catch. Not easy to hold on to sometimes such nicks. But Gurbaz does and get the breakthrough. Mujib Sadran. Kusal Mendes, after a brilliant display with the bat, 28 of 20, has to walk back. Sri Lanka on 92 for 3. Charita Salanka, the new batter. Kusal Pereira, I beg your pardon, is the one who got out. Mendes still out in the middle.
Looked nice and relaxed too, Sri Lanka, when he striding out there. Captain looked unhurried. Straight away just bunts that one into the covers, looking to come back for the second. They'll do so quite comfortably, so again, that's some good running. Time is running out now for Afghanistan. Let's look at Charit Asalanka. His career stat, 65, averaging 23, 127 the strike rate, highest of 80 against Bangladesh.
That's the googly balls. Mujib Zadran. And that nick. I tell you what, Rahmanullah Gurbaz is expecting every ball to nick into his gloves. That one does. Joy in the Afghanistan camp. Joy among the Afghanistan fans. They know this is a big game.
A bit short, eased away on the onside.
Despite the wicket, 8 runs have come off that over. And that's what the Afghanistan bowlers will have to do something about. Gotta take wicket. You also have to contain the Sri Lankan batters who've been running brilliantly between the wickets.
Applying some nice pressure on the field. 74 required from 49 in the game. It's nice to bowled again from Mujib. So 8 off the over and a wicket, 96 for 3.
Of 8 overs. Rashid Khan. He's bowled 2 overs for 10. This is going to be the challenge. Rashid has 2 overs. Noor has 3 overs. Sri Lanka needs 74 for 47 balls. Salmond is sweeping very close to that off stump.
Yeah, this is where it becomes difficult, where their experience comes into play. You'll see them altering the lens, bowling for the lens, anticipating the cross-batted shot. 73 needed from 46. This is a big challenge, these middle overs. This is where Afghanistan, time and time again, hold the upper hand, especially when they've got runs on the board like they've done today. 169. Need some special batting from here. Big hits.
And they're up against quality Sri Lankan batters. And also these dots starts to build the pressure, asking rate closing in on 10. And when you know that you got Rashid and Noor having to bowl a few overs, that itself is pressure.
That's in the gap, nicely played. Just using the pace. That's a top shot. 100 comes up, Sri Lanka qualify.
Yep, they're all right in terms of the Super 4. But the bigger picture is to ensure that they try and get to this target, which is not easy. Sri Lanka waiting for it, playing it late, using the pace, and a boundary.
Roshan, you mentioned plenty of spin from Noor and Rashid. They still have Nabi, who has 2 overs. There's Nabi as well. So the choices, there could be plenty of spin here. Yeah, Mujib as well.
Lanka's fine. They've qualified for the Super 4. That's the first hurdle. If that was a hurdle for them in terms of the runs. And obviously, they're after that 170 target. Mendes. Oh, not good fielding. Not good fielding. That's no only a single. They got 7 runs in the over. 103 for 3. Now the equation 67-42, 25 the difference between runs needed and balls in hand. But Sri Lanka needs a big over. They need one big over just to try and bring things under control. They need to go at 9.5, but it's the quality that Afghanistan has up their sleeve. He's challenging them. Nabi has bowled 2 overs and conceded just 10 runs. And what a game he's had. Mendes gets it fine. Should be cut off. Near single.
The positioning of that fielder at square leg is so important against Mendes because he loves playing the sweep. He gets low for the pull. He can play it square. He can play it fine. You need a good fielder there. Very good fielder. Likes to use the pace too. Afghanistan's main aim will be to cut down the boundaries. You have to give boundaries, or a few boundaries in the next 3 overs. The pressure will really build.
Sri Lanka hasn't hit any sixers, just 10 fours. Afghanistan 10 fours and 9 sixers. Slower to the left-hander. The right-hander on strike tends to fire it in, tends to slide it across.
What Sri Lanka will hope and expect is one good over. You get a 15-18 run over, which is very much on the cards in this format of the game at this time. And then you're posing a serious challenge, even to chase down 169. So that belief has to be there.
Yeah, that's the over they're after. And again, you'll find the fielder. So Afghanistan wouldn't mind this at this stage. Just singles, 3 singles on the first 3 deliveries. Just pushing that required rate close to 10, still very gettable. But as you say, Ravi, they need that over. They need at least 14 to 15 runs. In the gap, that'll be 4. That's a welcome boundary for the captain.
2 excellent late cuts in the last few minutes from Sri Lanka. They're skillful batting. They know the Afghanistan spinners like to push it through, so just delaying that shot, playing it late, but more importantly, splitting the field. It's deft touch.
Now he tends to bowl it quick, so, width outside the off stump. Sri Lanka's so good with that square of the wicket shot. Runs here, they want 2. They're running 2, they're running hard. They'll get a couple and might get some overthrows here. In fact, it's well backed up. They got 9 so far.
And if you get a boundary in the first 3 balls, there's a good chance of a double-digit over. Boundary or 6. What they're doing with these double-digit overs is they're keeping that required rate under control. Because that one big over is bound to come. It's also a case of whom you want to target. I think between Rashid, between Noor, and between Nabi, they'll go for Nabi.
That's right. Noor and Rashid aren't easy. Nabi will be the target. One ball left in the over. Last ball. They get 10 of the over. 113 for 3. This is where the game is at the moment. 57 runs of 36. That's what they're after. 21 runs the deficit. 36 balls, 57 runs. Sri Lanka has the batting, but Afghanistan has some really quality bowlers to bowl those last 6 overs. Going to be a good tussle between some quality spin and the Sri Lankan middle order. Noor is back. Rashid Khan just mixing his bowlers around. And off the inside edge, a single of the first ball. Just to try and show you where the points table is. Sri Lanka still on top with this game on. Bangladesh's problem is that they're minus 0.27. So Sri Lanka has qualified in terms of the requirement of 101 runs, which means they go ahead of Bangladesh, even if they lose this game in the run rate. Right, Kusal Mendis is on 47. Gets it behind square leg, and that's his 50. And it is 50 number 17 for Kusal Mendis. He equals Nissanka for the most 50s plus scores in T20Is for Sri Lanka.
He'll keep sweeping. You bowl there, he will keep sweeping you and find the gaps. That's one of his favorite shots mentioned earlier. Square leg position has to be dead right. You've got to have him a little finer at the pace at which Afghanistan spinners bowl, and you need a very good fielder. He was far too square, and Mendis very quick to exploit it and reach a half century. This is a fine innings. Still has to carry on. 51 from 40. The longer he stays, the easier for Sri Lanka.
That's well bowled. Well bowled. That's the wronger. Push through quicker. And the other thing about the Afghan spinners are the pace they bowl. It's not easy to get to them. Just look at that. 74% in that area. You're talking about the sweep, the paddles, and he's been very productive. He got 6 of the first 4 deliveries. Sri Lanka trying to keep that required rate under control. This boundary riders out, 3 on the leg side, 2 on the offside, the left-hander on strike. Short fine, very fine in fact. Short third and backward point. Short delivery, catches the call, and he's taken it. Rashid Khan, what a catch.
Well, come at the man. The captain leading from the front. Putting his body on the line there, that's a fabulous catch. That was never easy. It was coming flat, it was coming low. He had to run forward. And a gutsy effort here to just put his body on the line. These are never easy. Watch here, this is attacking fielding. He wanted it all the way. In the end, might have just got away from him, but he made sure that he got 2 hands to it. So an important breakthrough. There's a good partnership being broken. And Sri Lanka was playing well. He goes for 17, 119 for 4.
Kamindu Mendis comes in at number 6 with Sri Lanka requiring 51 of 31 balls. Ramat has got a wicket, conceded 6 runs. He's got 1 ball left in the over. Will this be called a wide? Yes, it is. Kamindu Mendis is an all-format player for Sri Lanka. Doesn't really have a top average at this level, but its strike rate closing in on 130. Looks to sweep and he gets it behind square leg. They'll want 2. They'll get 2. So Sri Lanka's down to the last 5 overs. They need 48 runs. 122 for 4. Kusal Mendis the key here, 52 of 42. Kusal Pereira, Asalanka, all getting starts. Pathum Nissanka missing out. Lanka still has Shanaka and Hasaranga to come. Velalage, all 3 can bat. But down to the last 30 legitimate balls.
What an excellent catch under pressure. That's didn't go too high, flat. He tacked it, it almost got away from him. When you're desperate, you want a wicket. That's what you do. Rashid, we've known time and time again. He will give us everything.
Great catch. Had to run in, as you said. It was going away from him. Two-handed. And brings a lot of smiles to Afghan supporters. And yes, a big wicket to celebrate for Afghanistan. Right, new batter in. Rashid Khan bowling to Kamindu Mendis. Knocking him around for singles. They'll want 2 and they'll come for 2. So they'll be cautious. They'll be watchful against Rashid Khan.
And even Afghanistan cannot afford to relax at this stage, because the required rate is still under 10 and over. Sri Lanka have plenty of batting, some good hitters. Shanaka still to come. Mendis going strong, 53.
And this is his last over, gone for 20 runs. Bowled 5 dots, been very economical, Rashid Khan. Oh, this time, very lucky. Very lucky. Oh, could have been out. In fact, both batters had the opportunity. I hope he's all right. We do know that he had this back problem.
He's in agony. He is in agony. You're right. You mentioned about the back. He really twisted there and tried to throw the ball back. A lot of pressure on the back. He's doesn't look too good. 125 for 4.
Well, another look of a leading edge. Now, this was the first opportunity, but just eluded him. And then, seeing Kusal Mendis way out of the crease, he was looking for that run out. Now, had he hit, Kusal Mendis was gone. So look at what happens there.
You look at the ball right on the back there, lower back. And immediately he feels it. Now you can see Jonathan Trott's face there. He knows it. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign, especially with someone who's recovered from that very operation. We're hoping it's not something similar, serious.
Yeah. He's still in a lot of pain, you could see that. Well, that's the last thing Afghanistan wants.
Such a key player, such a key player. A motivating factor for the team as well. He's up, but that's good. That's a very positive sign. Very positive. That's good. It'll be a big relief to not just Afghanistan supporters, but cricket fans all around the globe. He's that kind of a cricketer. You want him on the park. He brings that energy, he brings that skill, he brings that brilliance. Question to be asked is, will he bowl? Will he carry on bowling? But he seems okay.
Well, I think he made a great effort. I think it's just how he twisted his back trying to get that run out. He had to turn and throw. The first opportunity was a catch. That's what he was after. And then his peripheral vision showed him that Kusal Mendes was out of the crease. And just look at that, how he twists, how he turns. Now, had that hit, Kusal Mendes was gone for all money. But this is what happens immediately. This is another look. You just look at it at full speed. He was looking to turn it away. Then he was nowhere in the screen, nowhere in the picture. Goes with sweep. Only a single. He got 4 runs on the first 4 deliveries. So Rashid Khan bowling his last over. Should be all right.
Yes, just that smile tells you he should be okay, but another good spell. He's not got a wicket. I think he's not given too many away, just 21, 2 balls to go.
Again, another single. Brilliant spell from Rashid Khan. He's bowled just 6 dots, but he's going at less than 6 runs and over. In a chase, when you're asking for around 8 or 8 plus, you're going at less than 6 and over. That is outstanding stuff. Right, last ball of his spell. Doesn't get hold of it. He'll concede a single. And Rashid Khan will finish his spell, conceding just 23 runs. Sri Lanka, 128 for 4. Beautifully set up. 42 off 24. With 6 wickets remaining, more often than not, 9 times out of 10, you'd have to say the batting team in front. You know, 169 for 8. Sri Lanka, Kusal Mendes holding things together. Bowling options available. Noor Ahmed about to start his 3rd. Rashid's finished his spell. And he's hurt his back and hence wanders off. Farooqi has 2, Mujib has 1, Azmat 2.
They're going to start bowling that because not too many seconds left. They have to begin the next over within a minute. Don't want to be penalized with a fielder.
Nothing. Oh, yes. A delayed signal from the umpire. The reaction from Noor, though, he reckons there was something on it.
He thinks there was an edge. He thinks there was a bit of a glove on it. Because he was pretty excited. He thought that the wicketkeeper had taken the catch. That's what he's suggesting to the umpire. Let's have a look.
Don't think there was anything there. He thinks it was a drop catch and then he turns back and he sees it's a wide. He can't believe it.
He was down the wicket on his follow through. He always believed there was something on it. Mendes. He gets underneath it and it's a massive blow. Big six to come into Mendes.
Well, the previous ball, there was an appeal. He thought that it was out. It was called a wide. And then he bowls this one in the slot. This is, of course, the previous one. It was called a wide. Anything there? No bat.
And no pad either. In the gap, at least a couple. It spins nicely for the fielder in the deep, but the runs have started to flow early in the over. Look at short fine leg, Sunny. Interesting. Is he there for the sweep or for the ball he loses control of?
More likely for the latter, you said. Because he does tend to bowl that googly. When he bowls it quicker, it can go down the leg side. So what you want is you don't mind one ball wide, but you don't want to give up 5 wides as well. Was there about... No, he saved it well. He saved it well, but it was quite right for the umpires to refer it, because in a touch-and-go situation, this can make the difference between winning and losing. He's got rid of the ball. He's got rid of the ball, so he's fine.
Yeah, good fielding. It's very, very fine he is. Another wide.
Well, that's not going to help. That's not going to help his team. He was hit for a 6. So now looking to crack the batter by bowling at his pads, and he's going down the leg side, giving it wides, because his natural delivery is the one that will turn away from the right-hander, but into the left-hander, and that goes like a wide down the leg side. So he's got to get his line right. 11 runs already of this over.
Yeah, 2 balls. 15 wides bowled by Afghanistan. Of course, 2 of them ran away for 4. Didn't need to do that. They've got the runs. Now just knock it around. Get closer.
You see, to the right-hander, the line was right. It was outside the off stump. The right-hander couldn't do anything. We now have 2 Mendeses. The left-handed Mendes and the right-handed Mendes. The right-handed Mendes has already got a half century. He's 54 of 45. The left-handed Mendes is scoring at 200.
Lovely shot. Chip shot, extra cover, and it runs away for 4. It's a Mendes special here in Abu Dhabi.
Yes, and I think Noor didn't help himself by getting upset with that first ball being called a wide. He seemed to have lost his concentration, seemed to have lost his rhythm after that. Look at what he's done. Short outside the off stump, asking the batter to put it wherever he wanted.
There's lots of deliveries down the leg side. More than 50% of deliveries. This one just setting up. 27 of 20. They're not celebrating this chase only in Colombo, in Dhaka, in Chattogram, in Sylhet. What a match. They'll be cheering the Sri Lankan batters on as well.
He's bowled these deliveries pretty quick, around the 95, 96 kilometers per hour. And he's bowled, given the batters room outside the off stump. Mendes has taken advantage of it when he bowled it in the slot. Come into Mendes, hit him for a 6. 16 runs have been conceded by Noor in his 3rd over. His economy is 12.71.
Rice to put him onto the grass bank again. 17th over comes to an end. 17 off it. 145 for 4. Bangladeshi fans, the Bangladeshi team, they'll be on the edge of their seat because if Sri Lanka score these 25 runs, they make their way into the Super Fours. Sri Lanka have qualified the moment they got up to 101 in terms of the net run rate. But they'll be eyeing the win here. From here, there's no way can you lose your way. Duffy gets a warning. Got to be ready to start the next over in a minute. You get 2 warnings, and then you get penalized. 5 penalty runs. Faruqi. Just a little fortunate there, coming to Mendes.
Yes, I think they were a little bit slow bowling that over. They've been warned once. They've just got to rush between overs. Only 60 seconds given to you.
Director, we have an umpire review for run out at the wicket keeper end. Can I have the standard angle please for the run out? Going. The batter clearly grounded. I'm ready to make my decision for the mistake.
Well home. No one seemed interested. Neither were the fielders too keen on that. Got fine leg, short third man, point also behind square there in this circle. Extra cover in there as well. Nicely paced, Kusal Mendes leading from the front. In the gap, that's 4. 150s on the board.
Faruqi, economy rate of 12. These are very experienced bowlers. Yet today, they haven't really bowled well. Look at that, halfway down the page. There is no protection there. There is a deep square leg, all right, but Mendes has hit it early. He's connected the ball early, so he can hit it away from those 2 fielders in the deep, safely for a boundary.
With this field, it's hard for Faruqi to put pace on ball. It's all going to be slower deliveries. It's not gripping as much. But Sri Lanka's innings held together by Kusal Mendes.
That's how we started. And then using the extra pace of Mujib, getting a couple of boundaries, one the glance, one the pull, there plays that short arm pull as well, and then the sweep shot, the cut shot off the back foot. Once again, that full short arm pull coming into play. You get a half century. He's 64 or 49, but you're right, he's held the innings together.
Yeah, runs mostly on the leg side. In the air. Oh, she goes. Less than a run a ball required. Kusal. Correction, it's coming to Mendes.
Yes, both K. Mendes, Kusal Mendes, Amindu Mendes, and the Mendeses together have put up 38 runs of just 20 deliveries. Slower delivery, halfway down the page, giving Amindu Mendes all the time in the world. He's a good player. He's a very, very good player, this Amindu Mendes.
Oh, in the deep on the leg side. He pushed fine leg back just for that reason, because Amindu Mendes likes to go inside and basically scoop it towards fine leg. 38 of 20. What a partnership between the two Mendeses. Down the ground, doesn't carry.
That's more like it. That's where he should be bowling. But what mistake he's made is he's bowled it short. The slow delivery, hardly ever practiced in the morning sessions when they come down here for their warm-up sessions. You can't really expect to get it absolutely spot on right when you're playing the match.
Toss, it's it was slower, but he's hit it well. They'll come back for 2. 10 required. It's 160 for 4. Brilliant chase. Afghanistan ended the innings in a flurry. 32 of the last over to Mohammad Nabi, and we thought 169 was going to be very, very hard to get. $160 for 4. They got 12 balls to get the 10 runs. Those 10 runs will be met by a loud roar in Bangladesh. It will be louder in Bangladesh than in Sri Lanka, I'll tell you that. Mujib. Got it in the gap. It'll be 2.
Yes, look at that. A very fine innings from Kapil Mendes, 25. It bowls a bit as well. A superb fielder.
He'll be a relieved man, Sanat Jayasuriya. There were moments where you always glance to the sky, to certain things that happened during the game. But the batters have stood up. The chase will give them a lot of confidence going forward, the Sri Lanka team. So it has been perfect, and without Pathum Nissanka, mind you.
Yes, absolutely. I think qualifying with a win like this, it was really a challenge because when you look down the names for Afghanistan's bowling, most of them play in leagues all over the world. And despite that, Farooqi has been taken for 38 of his 3. Then you have Mujib, who's also been expensive, more than 10 runs and over. Noor, again, 37 of 3, so 12 runs and over. So these experienced bowlers have been the ones who you could say didn't bowl as well as Afghanistan expected.
More runs again. It could be 4 of them. Yes, it is. Just 3 runs required.
Have a look at this delivery again from Mujib. This has been Afghanistan's problem. Lots of wind given outside the off stump. Look at that. Wind short. And Mendes is the very good picker of the gaps. He didn't need an invitation. Slicing the ball in such a way that it will turn away, curve away from that fielder at deep point.
The party started. It started. In Atar Ali Khan's room, Sri Lanka, they got the 171 required. They go through to the Super Fours unbeaten. And Bangladesh, they qualify as well. Spare a thought for Afghanistan. They fought hard in this game, but not to be.
Well, the 2 big games that they had to really put their hands up. Both the games, they did not do themselves justice. They didn't have a big target to chase against Bangladesh. They faltered over there. And now here they said Sri Lanka, a challenging target. But look at the way they have bowled. Yes, Jonathan Trott will have plenty to say to his team, or maybe plenty to think about where they went wrong. And have a look at the bowling. Mujib, again, an experienced T20 bowler. He's given 42 runs in his 3.4 overs.
Yeah, wonderful scenes here. It's been a good chase. The Sri Lankan crowd who've come in, they have enjoyed themselves. But it's always a treat when you see Kusal Mendes score runs. Kamindu Mendes, ever since he's made his debut across formats, has been exceptional for Sri Lanka. Coming in at 6 and 7 and to be able to bat like this is an area that Sri Lanka needed a new hero, and here he is.
Certainly, I think Sri Lanka needed a finisher, and Kamindu Mendes certainly saw it with 26 of 13 deliveries with 2 sixes. And he is the finisher that they would be looking for. Not to forget that he can bowl right-handed, left-handed as well, Kamindu Mendes, and he's an outstanding fielder, outstanding catcher. Just the kind of player that you need.
Run partnership, 26 balls. It's taken. Great chase. 6-wicket win with 8 balls to spare. Afghanistan at the break thought they'd had enough. We thought they'd had enough. But Kusal Mendes had other plans. Wonderfully paced knock. No Pathum Nissanka today, but Kusal Mendes stands up and takes his team home. They march forward unbeaten, and their confidence growing. .170 in these conditions against an Afghan team with some quality spin was going to be a tall order. Didn't work for Rashid. Injuring his back also did not help their cause once he hobbled off. Smiles all around. Contrasting emotions as Afghanistan crash out of the Asia Cup. It was a difficult group. We knew one of the big 5 will miss out. Bangladesh, Afghanistan or Sri Lanka. It's Afghanistan who go home as Sri Lanka win by 6 wickets and they march forward along with Bangladesh. They needed a strong start, the Sri Lankans. They usually get it with Pathum Nissanka. He went early, but Kusal Mendes undefeated, 74 of 52. Hitting gaps, running hard was the feature of the way he got those runs. Kusal Pereira and Charita Salanka got a few quick runs, but then Kamindu Mendes, he changed gears very, very quickly. Fine legs, square leg, he peppered that boundary. Used his body very nicely to pick his spot, whether it be the faster bowlers or the spinners. He picked his spot to perfection. 17th T20 half century for Kusal Mendes, and it was a special one. Look at the wagon wheel. 66% of the runs on that leg side. Partnerships right through. Kusal Pereira, Kusal Mendes got Sri Lanka closer. That was a crucial one. And then the unbeaten 5th wicket partnership of 52 of 26 between the two Mendeses. Faruqi, expensive. Mujib, expensive. Umarzai had the one spell, 1 for 10. Rashid, he was economical but could not pick up a wicket to put the brakes on the Sri Lankan chase. It worked perfectly for Afghanistan. When they won the toss, they got the runs thanks to Mohammad Nabi, 60 of very quick time. 32 of the last over, 169 for 8. Sri Lanka 171 for 4 with 8 balls to spare. The star, Kusal Mendes, 74 not out. All games completed in Group B, and this is where it stands. Sri Lanka unbeaten. They march forward along with Bangladesh. Unfortunately for Afghanistan, needed a win today and just could not get it done. Quick break, folks. On the other side, the presentation. Sri Lanka have accepted the challenge laid down by Afghanistan. 169 for 8. Nabi the highest scorer. Kusal Mendis is 74. Make sure that Sri Lanka get home with 8 balls to spare and 6 wickets in hand. Here's the presentation, and your host is Mike Hazeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation. The DP World Asia Cup 2025 match between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, live from the Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi. The Asian Cricket Council would like to thank the broadcaster, Sony Sports Network, and all the sponsors, DP World, Wonder Cement, Hero Motorcorp, Beyond Developments, Spinny, Vermali Lighting, Ozone Locks, KHAIR, Hero Fincor, Grow, and ABUL. Also, all other government organisations and authorities and all those who were involved in the smooth conduct of this match. I'd now like to introduce the presentation party alongside me, Mr. Hitesh Kumar Jain, Channel Partner Wonder Cement, Mr. Andy Russell, Tournament Director, DP World Asia Cup 2025, and Mr. Bandula Dissanayake, Honourable Secretary of Sri Lanka Cricket. Gentlemen, welcome. Now, if I can please ask Mr. Hitesh Kumar Jain to please present the Wonder Cement Game Changer of the Match winner check of $3,500 along with the trophy to Nuan Tussara. Nuan, please come forward to collect your check. Wonderful performance, outstanding work in your first spell as well, 3 for 12, and then overall 4 for 18. Tussara is one of those guys who always excites and rarely lets it down. I'd like to now ask Mr. Andy Russell to present the Beyond Development Super Sixers of the Match Award, the check of $3,000. And this award goes to, you can remember this if you watch this one, Mohammad Nabi. 6 sixes overall, but 5 sixes in the last over, 32 runs himself in the last over, which was just outstanding work. Mohammad Nabi, congratulations. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Bandula Dissanayake to present the DP World Player of the Match Award, a check of $5,000 and a trophy for the Asian Cricket Council to Kusul Mendes. Outstanding work. Kusul, 74 off 52 deliveries, 10 fours, 1750, and equals Nasanka, the most T20 international 50s for Sri Lanka. Please come forward and have a chat. Congratulations, first of all, on your award. Nice to be there right at the end and finishing the game.
Yeah, I'm very happy with my inning and support really well from Hindu and KJP. So I better really well. Everyone support me. I enjoy the mining.
Now, lots of runs on that leg side. You know, percentage today on the leg side. Any idea how many runs?
No.
A lot?
Yeah, a lot.
70, but they're all terrific. I mean, it's always been a strong point of yours, but really nicely played, particularly all those boundaries you were scoring as well.
Yeah, of course. The guys spin a little bit fast than other team compared to spinners. That's why I'm playing behind the wickets more than I'm very happy that I played really well anyway.
And it was really important also, you had a nice partnership at the end there to see it through for you guys.
Yeah, of course, coming to better really well. He did a couple of boundaries earlier sixes. Then after easy to play the mighty.
I bet you fired up now for the Super Fours.
Yeah, we have good games, 3 good teams. I hope you have a very good balanced team. Everyone played really well. I hope we can do it well.
Okay, terrific stuff today. Player of the match. Well played.
Thank you.
Kusul Mendes, really good stuff. 52 balls for his 74. He played absolutely superbly. If I can please ask Rashid Khan to please come forward. Rash, if you can come forward and have a chat. Before we talk about this, the match overall, Rash, I just want to have a chat about Mohammad Nabi. How was that? That last over, 32 runs is the last over. I mean, I'm sure before that over started, you were thinking, gee, we're not really in the hunt here. But afterwards, you must have been thoroughly excited in that changing area.
Yes, I think the way we finished up the innings was so special, especially Nabi, the way he played in, and we knew that one was there of spinner, and if one of the proper batter stayed here, so we have the maximum chance of getting 20-25. But to hit 5 6 is unbelievable hitting, and I think that put us in a very right on the scoreboard, to defend that. But still, I think we bowled not as good as should have been, and that's how we didn't defend that.
And tough to restrict Sri Lanka, that 101 total as well. That was a tough ball on the track, which played pretty well.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty hard on a track like that. It's not that typical Abu Dhabi is spinning wickets. You know, it's a different wicket than how it is in Dubai. It's much spinning wicket there, and compared to that. But I think, you know, still if you play a good cricketing shots and cricketing good cricket, I feel like it's possible to chase that 170, 180. We had the great chance in the last game. We didn't chase 150, but that's how things happens in T20. You don't need to, like, you know, think much about it. Move forward and correct the mistakes we have done.
It's a short, sharp, shiny tournament, this one. I mean, how much did you guys enjoy it? And how much do you think these sort of tournaments can improve your players' play?
Well, the last 3 years, we played a lot of ICC events in Asia Cup, you know, and we had the great preparation for each and every big competition, but I was expecting more from the boys in this competition, and we were not expecting to be out in this. I think we worked very hard, we trained really hard, and we wanted to get into that place where we had a semi-final in the last World Cup in T20, and I feel like the expectation was to be at least in this next round and then see how it goes. But that's how T20 is. You can't really, it doesn't give you the time. Once you're stuck in it, it's really hard to get out of that. But we will think about it, analyze ourselves, and come back stronger.
Okay, Skipper, it's always nice to see your team play.
Thank you so much.
See you next time. Disappointed, of course, Rashid Khan, disappointed with the fact that they're not going through to the Super Fours. If I can now ask the winning captain, Jared Sri Lanka, to please just sign the ball for starters to Mr. Ravi Bhatt, who's the representative from Ozone. Thank you, Jared. And on the way, I'll get you to receive the check, the winning team check, from Mr. Bandula Dasanaika, representing the Asian Cricket Council, of $15,000 US. Congratulations to the winning team today. And a team who also, I'm sure, is very happy that they're through to the Super Fours. For starters, that's the most important thing about today. You had to get that 101, you guys did that. Also won the game, which is really nice, but the next round beckons.
Yes, I think I'm really pleased with the performance today. I think it was almost a perfect game for us. I mean, up front pacers doing their job, and I think only one time we got wrong. I mean, the last over. Other than that, I think we did a really good job.
Let's talk about Chisara. I mean, he was terrific today. I know that there are times where he hasn't quite got his radar right, and in fact that was the case, I guess, right at the start with the left and right hand batting combination. But then he got it right, and then there was big trouble.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal person for us. Actually, with the new ball, every time I think most of the time he was 2 or 3 overs in the power play, and he did his job for the country.
And some catches, my goodness, Pereira, those 2 catches from Pereira, they were outstanding.
It was outstanding, especially Pereira's 2 catches, and Dushman's catch was outstanding.
Brilliant stuff. And how much time do you guys spend on that? I mean, I see all the drills you do, and you're very energetic, and seem to spend a lot of time on the catch. You can pride yourself on the fact that you'll be a very good fielding team.
Yes, especially we want to be our best fielding team in the country, the T20 side, and we work a lot on that, especially 100% catching is our one of main targets, because when it comes to shorter format, we need to catch everything.
Skipper, now you're through to the next round. That must be you must be very happy with that, and you've got some very happy supporters here, and also lots watching back in Sri Lanka.
I think that's what we need, especially supporters when we are outside, especially in other countries. They support a lot to us, and I hope they're supporting us as well in the future.
I'm sure they are. Congratulations, Captain. Well done. We'll see you the next game.
Thank you so much.
Okay, terrific stuff. And that concludes the presentation.
Group A, Sri Lanka. They are unbeaten and they qualify along with Bangladesh. And unfortunate for Afghanistan who miss out. Group A. Well, we know who's qualified from there. It's India and Pakistan. The 4 teams in the Super Fours now confirmed. There's 1 game remaining. And that will be played here in Abu Dhabi. India versus Oman. The first ball to be bowled at 6:30 p.m. as usual. Will be on air at 5:30 p.m. Looking forward to your company. here in Abu Dhabi tomorrow.